Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Applesauce here today. And today it's YouTubers versus Champs 1. I've teamed up with a bunch of my YouTuber friends here to see how high we can place in Champs 1. We have a pretty crazy matchup this time around. It's three of the top 10 teams last season, all in the same matchup. Kind of insane. So Lost Cub placed ranked 10 last season. Luckily, we beat them first war. And then Acceptance was ranked 3 last season. So kind of insane here that three of the top 10 teams all in the same league. We're gonna see what we can do this season. A lot of these guys are from Saturn Clan and my clan right now, and we've kind of teamed up and did a partnership with Zeus, and we're just gonna see how high we can place. So far, had missed 2 stars. It happens. Hoping to go perfect for the rest of the week. We'll see what happens, but let's get in some hits, guys. Because first hit is actually gonna be me here. So I'm using my normal dragon army here. I added some extra rocket loons here. I think I'm liking this variation a lot more. Whenever I see a base I see in Legend League often, I'm gonna attack it. So this is just a common Legend League base they're using as their CWL base. And so if I attack this 6 times a day, guess what? I'll just attack it again and let in CWL. So it's kind of like a free hit for me. Double rage base, this one's pretty common here. So I usually go in like this corner section here, and I'm gonna go in, and it goes in for either of the rage compartments. It really doesn't matter which rage compartment it goes in for. They're both fine. And so gonna go on for that multi-gear cannon and that ricochet cannon, I mean, and gonna be able to take most of this compartment here. So I'm just kind of waiting to make sure it commits to a certain side before I invest haste and before I invest earthquake. And of course I use haste right when right when the tornado trap comes out. I think it's like always happens with me. It's just every time, it's guaranteed. Just a well-placed tornado trap here. But gonna take out most of this compartment here. I have 12 invises, so I'm able to get a decent amount of value here. Take out the ricochet cannon here and Expo next. And so I got pretty much all the value I wanted here. I wanted to take out that whole rage, at least one of the rage compartments, and it does exactly that. And now it's still going. Able to even take out this air defense over here too, so that's pretty good. King on the right side here with the siege barracks, and that will end up taking out the world champion and the ice golem. So I put down the king and siege barracks first. I wanted to take out the ice golems. I wanted to pull the ice golems. So I used some rock loons over here to try to snipe out this air defense here, and Inferno Baby to help support here and funnel and push everything towards that rage compartment. And I'm just waiting for the perfect time. I know it's an early warden ability here, but it's kind of needed against this rage compartment when all this is firing down on you. So I knew it was going to be an early warden ability here and completely fine here. And then again, 6 rocket loons is kind of perfect. I was able to take out 2 air defenses there, so I really don't have to worry about any air defenses. Perfect minion prince ability, hit the town hall, hit the rage compartment, hit the monolith, hit the sweeper. So even hit the minion prince. CC was already kind of taken down already, so I was able to poison the minion prince instead. And everything's working out here so perfectly here. I just used Inferno Betas to kind of keep everything pushed inside. King's still working on the top side here, still has ability as well, which is just so huge. I mean, it's just like 8 free buildings with your King ability here. And Minion Prince still alive, actually about to go down here from the monolith. But not a big deal at all. I mean, I have a decent amount of dragons alive plus king ability, so really, I mean, king ability here will carry me if anything else. Pop king ability, and it's a 3-star for my first hit against a good team, so I was pretty happy about this one. Next hit in is going to be my boy Ace. Ace has his own YouTube. Of course, it's going to be linked in the description. I'm also going to link all my other teammates' YouTubes in the description as well. If you guys want to check out any of their other YouTubes, bunch of YouTubers. But this is my friend Ace. Ace is really good. He usually uses Root Riders with double overgrowth, but he is also really talented in Fireball as well, which is, I think, really good. If you're good with the Fireball strategy here, the Warden Charge Fireball and Furnace and Rocket Loon, you can take out any base. It's just, I find it to be a little hard multitasking. I'm not an iPad, guys. I play on an iPhone, so it's a little tough for me to multitask, and I let my Warden die a lot, so I try to stay away from it. The dragons are always so good for me. But he's going to charge in right to this Town Hall and just take it out with his Warden Charge here. Town Hall, you know, basically does nothing to the Warden Charge here. I mean, you don't need to rage through it at all. He invises all through this section here, takes out the CC, and pretty much the whole core section with that Fireball. Really, really good Fireball here. Didn't even need to use an Ice Block spell to keep your Warden in place. So I think that was also good as well. But takes out the whole core section here pretty much, and takes out both Fire Spitters. Gonna wait for his Warden to pick a side. Warden picks the left side here. And these balloons here soak up so many black air mines. It was so perfect. Great balloons there. King, Queen, and Ice Golem, Siege Barracks, all that on the bottom right side. So Warden's committed to the top left side, and then everything else on the bottom side here. And that's all just going to work together. He's actually going to get his king to go right on the inside here and get right into the scatter compartment here, which is just perfect. Warden's pretty much fine over here because it's just not taking too much damage, just able to slowly work this side of the base. Queen's on the outside, just pushing everything on the inside. King pops his ability, opens up a nice big compartment for him. Gets the tornado trap, no big deal at all here. It might die early, not a big deal. Pops queen ability here to take out this side over here. And he's got the rocket loons to help support the queen as well. So that's all looking great. Warden's going strong. Had to give it a rage here. So that's the multitasking over there. And then throws in RC, pops ability right away, and able to snipe out some of these last defenses here. Warden's getting a little low here. Dies, but no big deal at all when you have a bunch of rocket loons. Queen's still alive, and crushed. Look, he has like 5 swag spells here. Pretty insane here. Good hit by Ace. All right, guys, next hit's going to be by Kixo here. He also has his own YouTube, of course, linked in the description. He's going to charge in for this multi-archer tower here, and then he does a pretty cool thing. He redirects here, doesn't make sure he wants to go to the right side here, cannot go to the left side, otherwise it's going to just do the loop-de-loop around the base and wouldn't end up well. So he wants to secure some really good pathing for his root riders to get inside the town hall here, and so he's just setting that really good funnel right now. That's all he's doing. So it looks like the fire spitter here, and that's about all the value he's going to get. Perfectly recalls it right after it takes it out. Then pops the king, queen, and ice golem and witches all on the bottom side here. And then ice golem out front, root riders, everything else in. And so he's letting his king and queen work and kind of funnel that, push everything on the inside. Troop launcher coming in as well. And he's actually running Rage Healing Tome here as well. So no Eternal Tome. He overgrows the core compartment, which is the hook, and the CC building, and the multi-infernos as well. So I think that's really good because that also sets him up some really good pathing. So the king and the witches and the queen are all meant to push all his root riders on the inside of the base here, and it does that perfectly here. And now everything is going to come up to hook tower, so he's able to overgrowth it. So overgrowth the Mala and the back end multi-inferno, and so you're able to take out the hook tower now. Everything's going together so perfectly here. Still has king, still has queen ability here. He did pop warden ability as well. But everything's just working here together so well. King's doing a great job on the outside of the base. And it's looking so strong here. Giga Bomb goes off, but not a problem at all here. Well, not when the raged up healers are just doing their thing. Freezes the mound so it doesn't get any more shots off here. Takes out the mound, no problem at all. Has a freeze left, has king ability, has RC ability. So looking really good. And I mean, that group on the far left side is just massive. So really no stopping that at this point. Queen's able to take out these extra buildings here. Queen has all the healers, but that's actually not a problem at all because really the other stuff's not taking much damage. And pretty much able to swag king and RC ability here on this base. And yep, he didn't need it, but he popped it anyways. Crushed. Great job by him. All right, next hit in is going to be by Soul. So Soul's another good friend of mine, of course, linked in the description, his YouTube channel. Really good root rider player. Really talented with the root riders. Much better than me. Hits the tornado trap early on here, but actually not a problem at all. So these guys didn't put troops in their CC for this war. I don't know why they didn't. I think they forgot. Kind of weird in Champs 1 to do that, but we crushed a lot on their bases because no CC troops. Kind of insane. Able to take out the section here, and I mean, gets the scatter here just because he didn't have to bring a poison, able to bring an extra invis, and that perfectly takes out the scatter and able to secure some really good funneling for his root riders here. So Queen, Ice Golem on the bottom right side, everything else on together, and it's able to go right in here for all of that. Queen's doing a good job of just pushing all the troops inside, then puts in the king. So king and queen are just meant to keep the troops funneled on the inside of the base and just keep everything pushed in here. Overgrowth to town hall, so it goes to that rage compartment here, which I think is really smart. So by the time it gets through that rage compartment, the overgrowth will be gone, and then it'll be able to take out the Town Hall. So he's not going to completely skip the Town Hall. It's just negating the damage right now, so he doesn't have to worry about it, and is able to focus on that rage compartment here, which is on the top side here, which I thought you would put the witches together with the king, but actually it's really smart to put on the bottom side here, and that just provides some really good funneling to push everything on the inside of the base. The whole goal of the outside troops are to push your root riders and keep them in the inside of the base, and he does that perfectly. I mean, so much alive here, pops warden ability here, and he is running healing tome and rage tome, so no eternal tome here, but everything's getting healed up right now. Back end rage compartment goes off, but doesn't matter because you're able to pop an overgrowth here. Still has king, queen ability, and a freeze, and you guys can see how much is alive here. This is kind of insane. This guy is running pretty much a common Legend League base, so I mean, I'm sure he attacks this a couple times a day, but still, this is crushed here. It's just not even close. So it still has king, queen ability here. I think he's just gonna pop all of it just to get through it a little bit faster, but not even close. Great hit by Soul here. Let's get into the next one. All right, guys, next in, we're going to show my second day 2 hits here. And so I do RC charge up the top side here. Sometimes this side's really baited, but, you know, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. And sometimes they put every giant bomb on like this mild compartment, and it luckily wasn't like that. So I think they just did different traps to kind of throw people off here. So I was able to RC charge this perfectly, and I was very happy about that. So 12 invis RC charge here. Gotta love that. It'll take up this multi-inferno here, then go to these builder huts here, and it commits to the right side, which I think is fine. It's honestly not a big deal here at all. Takes out the scatter. I pop haste ability here. I was a little late with my invis there because I was putting down the earthquake, and for that I lost my fox. So I was a little worried there, but I knew it really wouldn't be much of an issue. As long as I got most of this side, I think it would be fine here. So inside the multi-archer, and so I'm getting these outside these kind of core buildings here, which is just huge, because now I'm able to put the king and siege barracks on this right side. So guys, I'm choosing the right side because I want the skinnier funnel to be for the king and siege barracks here, and I did trigger the tornado trap too, so that was even good for me as well. So king siege barracks on this side, and I do some rocklings on this top side to take out that air defense. So I took out both these air defenses. There was an air defense next to this expo, and I took that out with some rocklings as well. You guys might have missed that. So now I don't have to face any of the air defenses. Again, Inferno Dragons are just meant to push your dragons on the inside of the base and just keep everything pushed in. All the dragons are grouped up really very nicely, and things are getting a little low, so I pop ward ability here through that rage compartment here. And king and siege barracks is doing it, staying on the bomb side here, just doing a really good job of funneling that side out. And I'm hitting a bunch of traps, and I'm hitting, you know, air skellies as well, but it's really not a problem at all. Inferno Baby taking out that bottom wizard tower over here. Everything's converging in. I know it's a little risky to end on the town hall here, but I just knew that with this strategy, it's usually never an issue to end on the town hall. As long as your RC charge goes right, you're going to be fine. And it does. So many dragons alive here. Still have king ability and super minions. I poisoned the minion prince here, but it just doesn't matter. This base got absolutely crushed. Pop king ability just to get through it a little bit faster. And nice triple. I guess now I wanted to show my friend Word here and show his attack. He's a he's a fireball player here, fireball rockaloon, and he is very talented at that and does it on YouTube, much better than I am at fireball rockaloon here. And so he sees a double in this base, and that's basically free for him. So he's gonna use some rockaloons on the top side to kind of test for any traps here. And then he's going to put down his flame flinger once the time is right. So rockaloons to set up that nice side for him. So taking out those extra defenses, then, and this is that immediate fireball, which is really smart. Take out that invis tower right away. No issue there. Could be a little risky if a Tesla popped up right in front of his warden, but I think if you pop your warden ability fast enough, it won't hit the Tesla. But a little risky, but it worked out. Flame Flinger on that top side, he took out like an outside mortar here, so now his Flame Flinger is able to go in. And I'll show you guys something pretty interesting here that he did. Oh, first of all, he used 2 babies here to pull his warden. He didn't want his warden to go to the right side because his Flame Flinger is going to take care of the right side. He used 2 babies to pull his warden here. Really smart play here. And then I wanted to show this as well. So there's 2 mortars over here, and these 2 mortars normally will be able to hit the Flame Flinger. He put it in the perfect spot so it doesn't reach. And his flame flinger is going to target this ricochet cannon, and the residual damage around the ricochet will take out the mortar. really, really brilliant planning here. And I mean, so you don't have to worry about the mortars if your flame flanger will take it out for you without even touching it. And so Warren's going to work on the top side up here, do its thing. Um, and Flame Finger's going to work on top side, and then he uses some rocket loons again to help funnel out that side, and just letting his Warden do its thing here. I mean, these Fireball rocket loons attacks are usually a pretty slower attack. Just kind of immediate, get that Fireball off, and then just let your Warden work, and then figure out where your Warden goes, and then it's King and Queen in. So uses a Skelly Donut here to trigger this Invis here, which I thought was really smart. I mean, brilliant here. So triggers the Invis right there, then puts in King and Queen. So the Invis tower basically does nothing now. And Super Wall Breaker to help push the Queen in here. So now Queen can reach most of this stuff over here, and Kings can help funnel out this side as well. So Warren's just working, slowly getting through all these buildings, and gives his Queen a Rage here with some Druids. So the Druids are going to heal it up as it gets this whole Rage compartment here. Just absolutely brilliant here. And so Queen's able to take out the scatter shot here and this invis compartment. Again, his flame flinger's still working here. It took out the mortars, it took out all those buildings, and basically nothing can reach it. So crazy flame flinger value. Past the pop queen ability because it's getting a little low here. Warden joins up with the king over here, and Queen follows everything perfectly to go right for the town hall now. So he has to invest in invis though, because that town hall is starting to shoot at his healers and whatnot. But it's not a problem at all. Warren's not in the best spot at all, but yeah, has to throw in the RC. He probably could have swagged his RC, but his Warden decided to ignore the town hall, so that's why he threw in his RC here. But no problem at all. I mean, the base is absolutely wrecked. It's gone, not even close. So great hit by him. I actually watched this one live, and I was pretty impressed by it. So another great triple here for the clan. Right, guys, wanted to show another hit. This is the YouTuber named Dark on Top, another really talented Fireball Rocket Loon player. You guys will notice the theme. A lot of top players are using Fireball Rocket Loon just because it's so consistent. Like, you know what you're going to get as long as you can plan right. So with proper planning, you're able to annihilate any base of the strategy. It's so, so strong. So he's using some Rocket Loons on the top side here, and he's kind of fishing for traps, and he's trying to set up a Flame Flinger spot. If you guys notice, there's nothing that will reach a Flame Flinger except Teslas. So that's what he's fishing for, trying to find the traps and Teslas and whatnot. And then the Expos won't reach at all. So he's able to, I mean, that's a lot of value for a Flame Flinger there. So really good at base identification here. Warren's work on this top side here. Has to give it a rage early on just because there was a lot of damage. And then uses some rocket loons again to help push it where he wants it. And the rocket loons even find the poison tower here too. So that's really good. Pulls that. Flame Flinger goes in the top side, left side here. Able to take out these buildings over here. Really nothing can reach it. So perfect base identification here. Throws in a rocket loon over here, and it does pull one of the babies. So at that point, he's like, all right, time to go. Invis, and then he gets the Monolith, Multi-Inferno, and the CC. So not some crazy Fireball here. He didn't need crazy Fireball value. But at this point, his Warden's going to work, and it's going to commit to one of the sides here. And he does some pretty interesting trick here, which I'll show in a second. Able to get through this Poison Tower, this Fire Spitter here. He's thinking about where to place his king and queen, and times get a little lower here, so you gotta kind of make that decision. Flamefinger's again getting some crazy value on the top side here. So his Warden gets this Expo, Tornado Trap spins it around, and at this point he's gonna put in his king and queen. So it looks like his Warden was going to the top right side, and it ends up not. So that's why he put his king and queen on this bottom side here. So he uses two rocket loons and a baby, and that pulls his Warden to where he actually wants it to go. Really, really smart by him. I mean, really good play. Used a freeze there on that multi-archer tower. Didn't want to risk losing his Warden, because you lose your Warden early, it might be GG's. So good heads up play by him. He's doing a really good job multitasking. King, queen going in to take out the town hall. Able to get through this little compartment right here. The druids are over here to help the charge. So I thought that was kind of interesting, is you use druids to help your little charge going on, and it does a really good job. I mean, it kind of heals up all these heroes together. So King Queen did a really good job opening up that base. going through, and Warden's still doing a good job of getting through all this. And so now he's actually getting really close in time. I think he was trying to swag his RC here. He hasn't deployed it yet. And, I think this is like a nail biter in the stack. So he ends up throwing an RC because I can't swag the RC. Which I think, if time wasn't a factor, he could have. I think he had the power to get through everything else. But good play on him by not time failing. So he is able to get through all this, and it's a nice triple here. Probably could have swagged RC if time wasn't a factor, but great attack by Dark here. All right, guys, that'll do it for today's video. That was just the first 2 days hits. If you guys want to see more of this kind of content, me cast over some more players, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I'm trying to show more attacks. I think CWL is interesting. If you guys just watch my attack, you might fall asleep. So I want to make sure you guys can see other attacks, see what some of the top and some of the best players are doing. So got a really cool group of people here on this team. So really fun to play with them. I was really happy that they allowed me to play with them. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully place top of the leaderboards. We will see. The war we're in right now is make or break. It's one of the best teams. So if we tie, it could make things end bad for us, but we'll see what happens. That's all for now, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.